Hello and welcome. I'm Shane Storch, and I'm a Thinking into Results consultant with the Proctor Gallagher Institute. You know, for many years, I've always wondered and pondered on why I couldn't change my life and why I couldn't get out of this stuck feeling that I had. And I came across Bob's material, Bob Proctor, my mentor, and he talked about images in my mind. I need to have an image of whatever it is that I want. And I thought, that's interesting. I've never really thought of it that way, as that we think in pictures. And he came up with an example. And he said, well, what color is your refrigerator? I stopped and thought about it for a second. I thought, it's white. And he said, are there 2 doors or 4 doors? I said, well, I have 2 doors. He said, they open left and right or top and bottom? I said, well, they open left and right. And he said, you thought about your refrigerator. You had a picture in your mind of your refrigerator. And I thought, yeah, absolutely. He's 100% correct. Then he said to me, he said, what color is your car? Now, I drive a truck, and my truck is white. He said, is it 2 doors or 4 doors? I said, it's 4 doors. What color is the interior? I said, it's tan. He said, there you go. You've got another image in your mind. So what he was getting at is that we think in pictures. And if we don't have an image in our mind, we're not going to change the results that we currently have. We're going to continue to get the same results over and over again because we've already had a previous picture of what those results look like. And until we change that image in our mind, we're never going to change our ending results. So back in 1934, a gentleman by the name of Dr. Thurman Fleet out of San Antonio, Texas, was helping to heal the body in a holistic manner. Okay? And he said, we are just treating the symptoms of things. We're not treating the whole body. So he came up with a stick figure that I'm going to share with you today. Okay? He said, this is the mind. And this is the body. He said, this here is the conscious mind. This is the subconscious mind. And he said, as we come in, as a thought comes into our conscious mind, okay, we have an X-type thought. The conscious mind is our educated mind. It's where we go to school and we learn all the things that we have. All the information comes into our mind. All the books we've read, all the self-help tapes that we have read and consumed over the years. All of the information that's come into our mind comes in through our conscious mind. Now, the really interesting thing about the conscious mind is that it can only accept or reject whatever information we give it. Which is pretty interesting because we have a choice of the information that comes into our conscious mind. So if there's a negative thought or someone is talking negatively about a situation or me or anything else, I have the opportunity, I have the power to say, no, I don't want to think that way. Bob explains it best. He says, get out of here. He tells that thought just to get out of here. It's a horrible thought. Go on. I don't have to accept that. Now, I do have the flip side of the coin. I have the opportunity to accept the information that comes into my mind. If it's a positive thought, it's something that I want, it's an image. So that's really interesting about the conscious mind. Now, we have 5 factors that we gather information through our environment, okay? We hear, we see, touch, taste, and smell. So when information comes in, we normally use those faculties on a daily basis to make decisions and to make information into our mind, to allow us to have this information coming into our mind. Again, we can either accept that information or we can reject it. It's our choice. We have the power to do so. Okay? So when this X-type thought or image comes into our mind, so whatever it is, just imagine something that it is that you want, okay? It comes into the conscious mind. In order for it to come into your subconscious mind, okay, it has to be emotionally involved. You have to get emotionally involved in the idea. So whatever this X-type thought is, maybe it's a new car, maybe it's a new house. Maybe it's a new position at work. Maybe it's a better relationship. You have to get emotionally involved in this X-type idea on a repetitive basis in order for it to enter into the subconscious mind. Why is that important? Well, let me share with you. Okay? The subconscious mind is the part of the mind that can only accept the information that you give it. Okay? So it can only accept. If we can understand this information, this part of the mind that can only accept, it is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful thing. But on the flip side, if we put information into it that it doesn't benefit what I want or what I'm trying to achieve, it can hinder my results. Okay? So when you have an X-type idea, it comes into the subconscious mind, you get emotionally involved in it, okay? The mind accepts it, it then becomes a habit. Okay? A habit is nothing more than a paradigm. A paradigm is nothing more than a multitude of habits. Now we run off of paradigms. Anytime we hit a roadblock, we're getting into our paradigm. Our paradigm controls everything that we do. Our habits control everything that we do. They say 96 to 98% of what we do during the day, we're running off paradigms. We're running off habits, things that we've been pre-programmed prior through our environment, through our genetics, things that we've been programmed as a young child. Because when you're a child, you haven't developed your conscious mind until about the age of 4 to 5. So it's really interesting. So when you're a baby, you have your subconscious mind here. It's wide open to, it can only accept anything that is given. So when you're a baby, you accept all the things that are going on in your environment as they're true. Because your subconscious mind cannot determine whether it's real or it's imagination. That's what makes your subconscious mind so phenomenal, because it cannot differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. So if I'm an athlete, let's say I'm a professional skier, okay, and in my mind I envision myself winning the Olympics, and I keep playing this over and over and over again, because we all know that repetition is the key to learning. There's only two ways to change a paradigm or change your habit, and that's through an emotional impact and repetitiveness. Okay, so through study, constantly putting it into your mind. That's why it's so important to tell yourself every day, all day long, that you're a good person, and that you're working towards your goals, and that you have a positive attribute, and you have affirmations, and you have mantras, and you have a goal card. You have a direction, and you keep envisioning yourself being in this place, this goal, whatever it may be. So this skier is in his mind, okay, and he's envisioning him skiing, and he's envisioning himself getting on to the 3-tier level of the Olympics, and he's winning the gold medal. There was a story back the last Olympics that came through, and the gentleman that won the gold Olympics for track and field, he got up on the podium, and the commentator said, "Sir, how does it feel to win the gold medal?" And he said, "Well, it feels like another day." And she said, "Pardon me?" And he said, "Well, I've been envisioning winning this gold medal for so many years. I have replayed this event over and over and over again, and it came to fruition because he used this simple diagram, whether he knew it or he didn't. He had an idea of winning the gold medal. He made it a habit, okay? The subconscious mind can only accept that idea because it can't differentiate between something that's real or imagined. It came into the body, it fully expressed itself into the result that he was looking for, which was winning the gold medal. So the neat, cool, amazing thing that we can do is we can absolutely do the same thing. So if we hold a vision in our mind and we continue to think that thought over and over again and create a new habit or a new paradigm, okay, we get a different result. We get a different result. So if you have not been successful before, in reaching your goal is probably because you don't have an image of what it is that you really want. Or maybe you don't even know what it is that you really want. And you're just living off of these 5 senses. Now God gave us 6 amazing faculties. Okay? He gave us the will, persistence, memory, intuition, reason, and in those mental faculties, that differentiates us between a pig and a horse. There's nothing different between a pig and a horse and us, except these mental faculties. So if you work upon these mental faculties and gain an understanding of these different faculties, okay, you're going to run off of those instead of running off of just your environment. Because your environment can change. And your environment is actually more important than heredity. So, here at the Proctor Gallagher Institute, and myself being a Thinking into Results consultant, we have got some wonderful, amazing programs that can help you work through changing your paradigm. Okay, you need to see one of us after this meeting, and we will be more than happy to share with you some information that will get you into a program that will actually, and a discussion group that will actually help you work through your old paradigms and changing into a new paradigm to change the image in your mind to get whatever it is that you're wanting. Okay? So I thank you very much. I thank you for your time. Please see one of us at the back of the room. We'd be more than happy to share our program with you. God bless.